Well, you know, the primary runoff is less than a week away. It's next Tuesday. And one race is getting more attention than it usually does. Insurance commissioner.
That's right. And whoever wins that race will have to address Oklahoma's sky-high insurance premiums. Focus of national news. News 4's Spencer Humphrey talked to both Republicans who are vying for that seat.
Marty Quinn and Bob Sullivan both say they hear Oklahomans' cries about insurance.
What I do know is our prices are too high. The affordability component of it is just paramount in my mind.
Both say more competition is key to lowering prices.
We don't have a competitive marketplace in the state of Oklahoma. We've got about 50 companies that are licensed to do business in the state that are sitting on the sidelines.
Sullivan sees a multifaceted approach to ultimately saving customers money.
I think we need to have as an option for Oklahomans something akin to a health savings account, something that would allow Oklahomans and potentially their employers to help fund the wind and hail deductibles that we're already retaining on most of our policies in the homeowner space these days. We also have to keep an eye on the overall risk characteristics of the state of Oklahoma. We have had a program in the state of Oklahoma to focus on fortified building materials and promoting better quality of construction in the homeowner space.
Quinn says it's all about removing obstacles for insurance companies.
So we have to go to where that we're going to receive the most bang for our buck, and that's legal reform.
He says states like Florida have passed laws aimed at cracking down on frivolous lawsuits, saving insurance companies millions in legal costs and settlement payouts.
Company said, you know what, we can be competitive in Florida, so they started announcing that they were coming back.
Critics argue all those reforms really do is make it much harder for people with legitimate claims to sue and get what insurance rightfully owes them.
We don't want to take away any legitimate lawsuit from any individual. We do want to take away frivolous lawsuits.
Oklahoma is currently suing major insurance providers State Farm and Allstate, alleging they devised schemes to systematically deny legitimate claims for their customers all over the state. Do you think that the state should continue carrying forward its role in these lawsuits?
Whether it's through the commissioner's office, doing market conduct surveys and holding them accountable that way, or whether it's through the AG's office that feel like that there's been something done criminally, to hold them accountable. I think that if we don't have a watchdog for the consumer in the insurance commissioner's office, then things like this are going to run rampant. And I think that's evidenced in the lawsuits that you referenced.
We asked both men what many Oklahomans tell us they'd want to ask. You're not going to be bought and paid for by these insurance companies. Are you that guy?
I 100% am. We made the commitment from day one of this campaign that we were going to turn away and not seek any kind of campaign financing from insurance companies or their executives. I like my sleep at night, and I like to go to bed at night knowing that I haven't made a decision or had a conversation where I would have been biased in some form or fashion based on who funded my campaign. As long as it's not taking advantage of the consumer, we're going to try to find ways to help the industry, but they're not going to control me. They never have, and they never will.
Campaign finance records show the largest share of Quinn's donors are people in insurance, including numerous State Farm agents and several insurance industry political action committees. What's your elevator pitch to these people who see that and are concerned?
The evidence is in my legislative career, whether it's taxes, whether it's any of the other things that are important to individuals in that legislative record that I have. You can go see. It's black and white.
The largest share of Sullivan's donors come from people in the legal field, lots of attorneys and law firms.
The consistent feedback that I'm hearing from them is that insurance companies are intentionally making lives difficult for people in the state of Oklahoma. And they want to see an insurance commissioner that's going to advocate for those policyholders.
As for what each of them believe the fundamental role of the insurance commissioner should be,
the commissioner's job is to make sure that companies are financially stable enough to do business in the state. We need an insurance commissioner to level the playing field, so to speak, and be that advocate for the consumer.
In Oklahoma City, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
Spencer, thank you. Early voting begins Thursday and runs through Saturday. You can also vote from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., of course, on Election Day, next Tuesday.